you can imagine, as I go to schools and I do career day presentations and I talk to students that are specifically taking game design or game programming courses, these students being in the roles that you're currently in are very much a dream to them. What type of advice would you give? What should middle school and high school students that are in school right now that want to either make their own app, make their own game, or want to have a career similar to what the two of you have, working for a great company that produces games and apps? What should they be doing today?
Mostly just learn by doing, like try it. The thing that's so great today is you don't need special tools to build games, or the types of tools you need are available freely. You can download trial versions of Unity, compilers. Apple has great tutorials online, Xcode's free. There's tons of free development tools. And not only that, but the distribution platforms are nearly free. After you're done building an app, you can actually ship it in the App Store. And so when I talk to candidates who want to work for me, that's what I always ask is like, what projects have you worked on? And sometimes people say, well, I'm just getting started. I haven't done anything yet. And say, go do something. Just create something, ship it. And shipping it is more difficult than you might imagine. Like it's not that hard to get a game up and running and working, but getting a game to a finished state where you're ready to show the world and say, I'm at a level of done that I'm willing to share this with people, that's a really important step. And people often underestimate how hard it is to finish something. And I don't mean you have to stop working on it. I mean, you ship version 1 and then iterate on it. Like we're all used to seeing apps are constantly updated now, but just get your app to that minimum viable product. We call it, version 1. Ship version 1 is a huge milestone. You'll learn a ton from doing that.
I would just totally agree with that, 150,000%. Get out and do it. And there's nothing stopping you from doing it right now. Doesn't matter how old you are. You can make games. You can put them out on the App Store, and you should be doing that. One additional piece I might add is start small.
Yeah.
Do not start by trying to create this, opus. Just start with a small, simple application. It could be something like Solitaire, though I don't want you competing with us.
Tic-tac-toe.
Tic-tac-toe is a good one. If you go in and look at those categories, there's a ton of Sudoku and tic-tac-toe games on the store, but people know what they're looking at, and it's an easy one for people to check out and give you feedback on. So start with something small, not a huge RPG or something else. Do something you can do yourself, get it done, get it out there. Because like James said, that last bit of actually putting it together and shipping it is super hard. And it's something that not nearly enough people do. And you learn so much through that. So just go. There's nothing stopping you from doing it right now.
Oh, that's awesome. And that's what I hear in a lot of these interviews is a lot of keys. The learn by doing, get started, have something to show, start small, and I appreciate so.
And then finish it, ship it.
Finish it and ship it. No, that's a really good point.
I like to call it the second 90%. You think you're 90% done, there's the second 90% that you still have to do because you underestimate how hard that last 10% is.
Now, what we have seen is, for those that have been watching the screen here, there have been a couple of ads. Is there a large process behind who and what companies you'll show in ads, or is that something that's outsourced to another company and they just handle it for you?
There's a huge process, and there's a number of people involved in just Solitaire. So yes, emphatically, and I don't even think I could start to tell you about how involved that is.
I mean, parts of it are outsourced. We do use ad network partners to provide the ads for us, but then we're doing a lot of management of that ourselves. We're balancing between multiple third-party partners and deciding which partner to direct traffic to and putting out fires and improving the ads, because we're pretty we view the customer experience, we place a lot of value in good customer experience. And so even though we have ads, we don't want the ads to be intrusive or advertising bad things. So we have a team of people who do nothing but monitor the content of ads and report problems, put out fires. So it's a big part of the game.
So I want to wrap up with just a couple of maybe some fun questions, but before I do, just to kind of recap some of what we talked about, and that is, for students that are interested in getting a job as a producer or as a technical director, or even as an entry-level programmer with a company like MobilityWare, it sounds like what they need to do if they're going to land that interview and get the opportunity with you guys, they need to come with not just a resume, but a portfolio of work and samples of work that they've done. And to the degree that they have samples of work that's actually been completed and published, whether that's on the App Store or wherever that is, that's what is most important and valuable, and what you guys would be looking for when looking to hire someone else on your team. Is that a fair recap?
Yeah, absolutely. Want to see a portfolio? It could be, a website with projects listed there, YouTube videos of your project, of your games in action or things like that. But the kind of the ultimate gold standard is published in the App Store. And I'm not expecting to see millions of downloads or huge reviews. I just want to see a finished product that's of good quality. And then of course, I'm going to want you to explain, how does it work and what part did you do and what interesting choices did you make?
Do you guys actually have coding tests that you do as part of your application process or hiring process?
Yeah, we kind of put people on the spot and ask them to solve problems in front of us, and it's not necessarily about do you get the right answer, but more about like do you ask the right questions and what process do you go through, and if in the real world, programmers aren't just solving things by themselves; they're often working with peers, and so in an interview setting, we're happy to help you through or see how you react to problems. And
Yeah.
it's about being the collaborative process more than just getting the right answer by yourself.
That's awesome.
But we will put you on the spot and have you solve problems in front of us, like write code or design classes.
Russ, James, thank you again. Guys, have a great weekend, and I thank you again.
All right, thanks.
Absolutely.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Bye.